I think it was about is it like 5 years ago at the moment? It was like 5 years ago. I almost got trapped with in a relationship. Almost. It didn't happen, but it almost happened with a greater narcissist. So I saw the patterns, I saw the red flags, and then I was thinking to myself, it's not going to work. I need better. I need better than this. I can do better than this. So I terminated that relationship. I knew that this was going to end up in disaster, and I refused to carry ahead. Then one day, in one of those last days, so I'm out there walking, having these usual walks in the woods. Then I found there was a little piece of paper on the floor. That paper said there was something written on it, go create. The paper said, go create. So I passed this piece of paper for a moment. Then I was like, okay, so what was that? I came back. I looked the second time. I tried to walk away again. I was like, okay, I need to go back and confirm what was going on. So that piece of paper said, go create. Now, the reason why I saw it was divine synchronicity for me because I had been contemplating on, leaving the relationship. I was like, this thing is not working. It's not going to work. It's going to be another toxic situation. So I didn't want to get involved with that. So I was thinking that what do I need to do? I needed to find a way. I needed to find a way. I just wanted to find a way. What do I need to do with my life? I didn't have purpose at the time. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. So I took that piece of paper and I went back home with it. Then I meditated on that message, what was on that piece of paper. So the words I could pick out from that paper was create. Go, create. That's it. I think in about 2 days, I got clarity. I received clarity from the divine. So I knew that, okay, create what? What do I need to create? Then I looked around me. There was no resources. I didn't have the money at the time. I had this little camera at the time, this phone, which didn't even have a lot of disk space. I was like, okay, I took up my phone and I started recording videos. Now, you see, a lot of times, why am I giving you this example? Because a lot of times we're looking for purpose. It's a normal thing when you wake up one day and you want to live in your purpose. You want to walk in your purpose. You want to walk. You want to live in your purpose. You want to do something meaningful with your life, but you simply don't know where to start. Everything starts with a question. Ask God, ask your ancestors, ask the universe, ask the Most High. What am I here for? What do I need to do? Where to go? Where do I need to go? Ask, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to get the answers. When you ask that particular question, the answers are going to come to you in ways that you don't even expect. Me, when I asked the universe what I wanted to do, what could I do with my life, the universe answered me with a simple piece of paper that I picked up from the floor. I was like, okay, I'm going to follow my intuition. I started doing one video at a time. And ladies and gentlemen, long story short, this channel was born. Now, when it comes to life purpose, one of the things you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, you do not have to have everything figured out. Chosen ones, I want to listen to me. You do not have to have everything figured out. You do not have to have all the resources. You may not even have the money. You may not have the equipment. In some case scenarios, you may not even have the time. Fortunately, at the time, it was the lockdown, those days when it was lockdown. So, most of us was home, nothing was going on. So it was like a blessing that I could, okay, I have all this time for myself. Let me use this time do something with that time that I had at the time. So I'll now go out and start recording videos. What you have gone through, I know that every chosen one has got a story. If you're a chosen one, you think that you're a chosen one, you do not have any story, then I don't really believe you're a real chosen one. You must have a chosen one. There's a story attached to your life. There is something has happened in your life. There's an experience that you have gone through over the years. There is things you have gone through, things you've experienced. That is exactly what your story is. Now, at the end of that whole experience, you might have to share this story with somebody. You may decide to use your platform, because sometimes when you're talking about purpose involves sharing with the masses, sharing with the people, sharing your experience, your gifts, your crafts with people. Now, how are you going to be able to step in your purpose when you have got nothing to offer to the people out there? Like I've said, you might have a skill, you might have a talent, you might be good at something. It could be a craft, you may be a gardener, you may be a cook. And these are things you do for yourself, okay? But they're very good skills. They are very good, very powerful things for yourself, and you believe at one point in time you can, just go out there and, share with the world. Start with the platforms. The platforms are there. One of the things you realize, chosen ones, is that you will not normally have everything figured out. It's one of the things I've told you. You do not have to have the whole plan figured out. Okay, so from A, then to B, from to C, then to D. You don't have you have to have everything figured out. And some of the mistakes, like I did, for example, back in the days, I wanted to be perfect. Now, naturally, I'm a perfectionist. Okay, I'm a Virgo, so I'm a perfectionist. I like to have everything perfect, but it kind of slowed me down because maybe it was because I was just learning to do things. I wanted everything to come out like nice, and I tried to do a little bit of editing here and there. But at the end of the day, the people that are waiting to hear your story, they are not worried about this. It shouldn't look like a sketch or something. It should look a little bit presentable, but you don't have to spend so much time on editing things. Get out that camera, ladies and gentlemen. Say it as it is. Because when you learn that art of saying things as they are, you are stepping into your authenticity, and authenticity is power. There is so many people who cannot be themselves. They always want to hide something behind. They want to say only what the world needs to hear. They will hide the rest. Say it as it is. Learn from your mistakes, because these things take time. You're going to make a mistake. If you're just stepping into something, I'm giving you an example of like content creation, but it can be any other craft. You're going to do some mistakes. You're going to make some mistakes because you're learning. But then you're going to learn from those mistakes. So you will do one mistake, you will change something, you will improve it. The next time you try again, the next time you try again, and eventually you're going to get into the flow. Because what you're striving for is getting into the flow of things. Whatever it is, it could be a shop, you try to do a business, maybe you bought some merchandise, maybe something happened on the way, somebody stole your merchandise, or something happened to the shop. So you're now learning everything. You're building something. Do not be afraid to fail. Because anyway, even the greatest inventors on this universe, they have always failed in the beginning. They have done some things and they have failed. They have tried again, probably they have failed, and they have still tried again. So you persist. You build consistency. Mastering your craft is something that is very difficult. It's doable, but it's very difficult. But when you are ready to do the work, you put in the work, you push yourself. Because you see, when it comes to purpose, you're going to realize that you're the only person who is going to be there to motivate yourself. In most of the cases, you will not see family, you will not see your friends around, you will not see anybody supporting you. You're going to build all the support you need within you. And you're the one who is going to push yourself out there. Because you see, a lot of people liked finished products. But when you start in those products and you're on the early stages of that product or whatever, nobody's going to be listening to you. Nobody's going to be coming around to buy the products. When I started this channel, I remember having like 3 subscribers. I was at work. There was a job I used to do. So there was these friends at the time. I was like, hey, listen, guys, I'm on YouTube. I'm now doing these videos and stuff. Oh, what's your channel? Let's subscribe and stuff like that. So the first 7 subscribers, there was the subscribers that I just knew the guys, and I shared the channel with them. They subscribed and stuff like that. And I would even later on find out that these guys later on unsubscribed from my channel. But it was like I was believing in myself. So you have got to be able to believe in yourself, even in cases where nobody's going to believe in you. Because chosen ones, I can promise you, you are going to find it very difficult because nobody is going to believe in your journey. There will not be any support. You may not even have the equipment. You may not even have the money. I've given you an example. The kind of phone I was using at the time. It was a phone that I wouldn't even believe it would launch this YouTube channel. You guys go back to my early videos. You're going to see those videos. Very poor quality videos. But that's what I had at the time. So I was using what I had, the resources I had, and I just kept on going and believing in myself. So if you're a person who is trying to find your purpose, like I've said, you don't have to have the whole thing figured out. This is what is going to be happening, and that is going to be the outcome. Don't figure out all the details. The only thing you need to do is to step into that thing, whatever it is you decide. If it's a book you want to write, you should be now at this point in time watching videos on how to publish a book, how to write a book, how to publish a book. All those details of the people who have already been in that field, what they are doing, what you want to do. So you should be watching those videos of how to publish a book. You could be a person who is skilled in cooking. You know some very nice recipes. There are some channels I've seen, even on TikTok. There are channels they're just cooking channels. They go there, cook different stuff, document everything, video everything, put it online, the next day, the same thing like that. Consistency. And eventually, you're going to meet your tribe. So you see, because your tribe, there is people who always want to connect with you when you're doing that thing that you like. So those are the people they call your soul tribe. So they resonate with your energy. There are people who are food enthusiasts, travel enthusiasts, gym, sport enthusiasts, gardening enthusiasts. So those people, when they see you doing things like that, those are the guys that are going to come into your to support you. You will see the guys following you, because you see, if, for example, you don't have anything, you cannot even think about what you need to do to start. You have got a phone in your hand. Start recording anything. Figure out something that you like. Figure out something that is like every single day you have something that you do that you love. You could be a person who likes doing yoga. Get your phone, whatever, record yourself doing yoga, post it online. Eventually other people who like the same thing are going to find you. You're a person who likes cooking. Go do your cooking or whatever in the kitchen, record that cooking session, maybe 10, 15 minutes, post it online. It doesn't cost anything to start a channel. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to pay a subscription fee. You don't have to pay a certain fee. You can only use your camera and record something and produce. And then, and then you may find that on that journey, as you keep on going, your purpose is going to start getting revealed to you. Because you see, a lot of times people start with something different. But you see, you're getting into the action of momentum. So you try to gain momentum into something, even if you may not really be comfortable with it, because what I know with purpose, it is something that is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. In the beginning days or weeks of your journey, it's going to feel like you're struggling. Somebody's pushing you. It's like you cannot, you cannot get it done. It's like it's something new. It's a new energy. So your body's now started to get used to this energy. And it's going to take a while before you're going to become a little bit comfortable with it. So basically, you're getting comfortable doing the uncomfortable. And then eventually, along the lines, you might develop a different passion for something else. And you may decide to say, okay, since now I got the ideas of creation, videos, and stuff like that, I'm giving you an example. Now let me try this. Now you might even jump into something different. Because you see, purpose, life purpose, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Life purpose is not laid out to you on the table. It's not something, you might have an idea of what your purpose may be. You might feel like this is what I wanted to do. I've talked to some people who even wanted to write books. They wanted to write their own book. but they haven't even written the first page. It has been almost a year and a half or even more. They haven't even written the first page, but they always fantasize about writing a book. Because you see, those thoughts coming to you, that is your intuition speaking to you. Your intuition is guiding you to move towards a certain direction. And most of the time, the reason why we cannot take off, we have sometimes struggled to take off, is because we are not listening to our intuition. Something is coming. You wake up every morning, you have got an inspiration. Oh, I want to have my own book. I want to have my own store. I want to have my own shop. I want to have my own this. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you take a decision, everything is going to start with the decision. You are going to make a decision. The rest of the things is going to appear like magic. It's going to feel like wherever you go, you meet somebody else who's going to help you with the next step. Wherever you go, you meet somebody else who's going to help you with the next step. Your destiny helpers are going to start coming in. Inspiration, insights. You're going to start moving to the next level because you have already taken the first step. Because it is the first step that is going to create the second step. And then the third step, and eventually you're going to be on momentum, doing something that you do like. Now, I don't necessarily mean that you should completely abandon your jobs. I'm not against you walking out of your jobs because you may sometimes struggle with bills and stuff like that. This can be something you may start on the side. You can start something on the side in addition to what you're already doing. And then at some point, as you build momentum, it may start picking up. And before you know it, you're going to be able to leave your job because now you are fully committed to following that particular thing, craft or whatever it is, creation that you're trying to do. You are now committed and you're seeing it take off. Now you can actually leave your job. So there is things, if you're an intuitive person, which I think and I believe you are, you just have to, build from scratch. You know what I mean? And when you're building from scratch, you can only start with the resources that you already have at hand. I never had a microphone. I never had nothing. I didn't have even these, whatever, what do they call these small microphones and stuff like that. I didn't have most of the equipment. So there was always problems with sound at the time. There was problems with the picture quality, video quality, because it was a very low quality phone. But I started, I started all those first videos, the first videos I did, maybe it was about 50 or 60 of them. All of them was using that phone. And then eventually I started upgrading because as the time goes on, you start to see, okay, so what can I add? Can I add in this one? Can I add in this one? Now you start to see, to find out what exactly can you add into your craft to make it better. Everything starts with the first step. Life purpose is not on the table, is not laid out on the table. You don't have to have everything figured out, but you need to develop the art of creation. You will not like it, like I've said. You're not going to like it in the beginning. It's going to feel like it's something different. Your energy is all over the place. Even sometimes if you see my earlier videos, I used to do videos when I was sometimes struggling to focus and, I didn't know which side to put the camera. I didn't know where to stand and the things like that. So everything, I just figured it out, ladies and gentlemen. You have got to be creative. Creativity is pay, it will pay at some point in time. You're going to see that something you did or you started many, many years ago, it has started to take off. For you to be able to step into your purpose, you're going to need to invest 10,000 hours. Whatever it is you're doing, you are going to have to use at least 10,000 hours. That's when you'll be able to know that you have now been, during that time of this 10,000 hours, you're now a master of your own craft. That's what they call mastering your craft. It takes 10,000 hours to master your craft. So start with the little things, okay? Don't wait for the big things. Don't wait for the big equipments, the loans, the money, the what. Start with the little things you have, and other things are going to come in as you get along. So I hope this video has motivated you. For the most of you guys who have been thinking about life purpose, let us know what you think about in the comment section below. You may book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.